Hey family, it's your girl Christy RNY for me. I know it's been a while, but I just wanted to check in and say hello and just let you know what's been going on with me. Please forgive my face. I know I look a little bloated and swollen. Um, it's a combination of a couple of things. Number one, I just woke up. And number two, I am bloated and swollen. Just to give you my stats, I had Roux-en-Y surgery December 7th, 2016. My highest recorded weight was 362 pounds. My surgery weight was 362 pounds. My current weight is normally at about 272, which is a 90-pound weight loss. But since I've been off all my meds and going through what I'm getting ready to discuss, this morning I weighed 279 pounds. I don't feel good about my weight gain, and I don't feel good that I'm not losing. But I have been going through some issues for the last month or probably longer than that, and I'll get into that in a minute. But I didn't know it. So, let's get right into it. Today is Monday, January 29th. I'm having surgery Wednesday, July 31st, to remove my gallbladder. Last week on Tuesday, I thought I was having a heart attack. This is what I described to my doctor's office, and this is the best way that I can describe it to you. It felt like my bra was too tight, even though I wasn't wearing one. It was just squeezing around under my breast. Felt really bad, like the worst indigestion. Sharp pains in my back, sporadically. And also it was hard for me to sleep. I had to prop myself up on pillows, and it wasn't until I got that perfect position that I was able to fall asleep. And a lot of times if I got up to pee, I lost that spot and I would toss and turn all night. So this was occurring for a while, and I didn't know what it was. I thought it was something I ate. I just didn't know what it was. So when it got really bad last Tuesday, I called and left that same description on my bariatric doctor, Dr. Jean-Pierre's voicemail, and also on my primary care physician's voicemail. And within an hour, Dr. Jean-Pierre had called me back, his nurse. And she said, "It sounds like your gallbladder. Why don't you go get an ultrasound?" So she gave me the number. I called it. They had a spot open. It was like 9:45. They had a spot open at 10:45. So I called my husband, told him what was going on. He came home from work, and while I took a shower, I got dressed. We went to the gallbladder appointment. They took the ultrasound. I came back home. An hour later, I got a phone call. I do not have gallstones. I have what's called sludge in my gallbladder. From my understanding, it's not going to get any better. It could also be the result. A lot of people get gallstones or have gallbladder problems. And a lot of people that have had weight loss surgery have gallbladder problems. So I did a little research on my own. And gallstones could be the result of rapid weight loss. So this is something that you may go through as a weight loss patient. And that's why I wanted to talk about it today. I didn't have any idea that this would happen. But I do believe that it was the result of me losing weight so fast. So the reason that I was feeling the way that I was feeling is because of the foods that I was eating. Not saying I was eating the wrong foods, but there are certain things, like since I found out about my gallbladder, I can't eat cheese. Cheese is one of those high fatty foods that could cause what's called a gallbladder attack. Once you have those stones, or once you have that sludge, once you're going through the gallbladder issues, you're subject to gallbladder attacks. I have had these symptoms for a few months, but they just were not bad. So let me tell you what symptoms, okay? My bariatric doctor asked about poop a lot because we have to watch our bowel movements as weight loss patients. That's number one. If there's any change in color, and I know mine would sometimes be a really light, excuse me if this is TMI, but if you're a gastric bypass or sleeve patient, you already know that nothing is off the table. We talk about it, especially if you go to support groups. We talk about the issues. That's just keeping it real. This is your body. You're here to lose weight. You have to pay attention to everything. So if this is going to be too much for you, go ahead and fast forward or click off now. But please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because your girl keeping it real. So gallbladders can cause a discoloration in your bowel movement. If it's usually dark, but then you notice that it's light, you haven't eaten anything light, but it looks really yellow. Or if you usually have a normal bowel movement, but then it starts being like diarrhea, kind of runny. I had shared with my subscribers months back that I was experiencing like diarrhea. I thought that it was because of the vitamin that I took. Well, I stopped taking that one pill vitamin and went back to like 3 or 4 capsules to give me my daily supplement. And a couple months later, I tried the one pill again. It didn't do me like that. But I've been having that issue off and on for a few months. So I really believe that the issue was coming from my gallbladder, and I just didn't know it. Indigestion, feeling like, oh, my food didn't digest, or maybe I ate too much. That feeling that I felt Tuesday, it got worse, but I've been having that feeling. So just do your research, y'all. Do your research. If you start having any symptoms, tell your doctor, because as gastric bypass patients, our bodies are already going through some really pretty rough changes, right? Like or even sleeve patients, duodenal switch, lap band, if you've had that in the past, just whatever. Going through this surgery, you already have some quick changes to your body. I don't know about you, but when I was 362 pounds, all the stuff I felt, because I was just too fat. I was big, that's why my knees hurt. I was big, that's why my chest hurting. I blame everything on being big. But now that I'm losing the weight, and now that I'm so much smaller than I've ever been in a really long time, I'm starting to feel excuse me, I'm starting to feel what's going on with my body and really know when something is wrong. And unfortunately, a lot of us will ignore those warning signs. We have to stop doing that, okay? We have to stop doing that. It's really important that you pay attention to your body, because losing this weight, you may even find out that something has even worse is going on. But if you were bigger, you would have never noticed, because you would have been just like me, blaming it on the weight loss. I mean, on the weight being so big. So I just wanted to share with you what I was going through. I do want to say that if you're experiencing any of the feelings that I felt, please tell your doctor. Surgery is not always the answer. Me personally, I have sludge in my gallbladder. There's no way to get rid of that. It's not going to get any better. So my doctor just doesn't want me to keep experiencing the pain Fortunately, my gastric bypass doctor, Dr. Jean-Pierre, who I trust with my life, is going to do the gallbladder removal. So I feel really happy about that. Gallstones are different than sludge. You could do a couple of things with that. You can take medicine that'll help you pass the stones instead of surgery. From my understanding, that could be a painful process, but you wouldn't have to have surgery. You could also take medicine depending on the size of your stones to dissolve them. So surgery is not the end all be all. I don't want you to alarm you on that. However, my doctor wants to go with surgery, and I trust him. I've talked to several people, and this is how I found out that this issue is really a common issue. As soon as I said I'm having gallbladder surgery, everybody was like, oh, I've had that surgery. Oh, I've had that surgery. Oh, girl, I had that when I was in college. A lot of people, it's outpatient surgery. I'll go home the same day. And from what I understand, it's instant relief and minimal pain recovering. A coworker said she had it in college. Her surgery was on like Thursday or Friday. She was back in school on Monday. My girlfriend had it. She said, oh, it's laparoscopic. I came home and was surprised that I didn't have any pain. So I'm expecting good results. I'm really expecting good results, and I will keep you informed. I'll try to take you along the ride, but if it just happens so fast and I just can't, I'll definitely let you know how I'm doing afterwards. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching my video. We just have to be informed. That's the bottom line. That's the reason that I'm coming. If you have any questions about gallbladder that I haven't answered, I didn't write a script, so I was just talking off the dome, and I didn't want to make this long. So if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions or point you to the right area to research, because I'm not a doctor and I don't want to tell you anything wrong. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.